Are you live streaming with Eric?
No.
Are we live?
We are live. Good morning, everybody. 9 a.m. Running a little late this morning, but we thank you for everybody for coming in. The All In Podcast Show, Episode 1, airing live this morning from Eric Media Studios. My co-host, the lovely Taylor Sardina.
Hey, what's up?
Beautiful day out today.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was at least.
Yeah, yesterday was gorgeous. So yesterday,
We'll get it back.
the weather was unbelievable. And we've been getting some pretty good weather though.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Yeah, Saturday was awesome. The weekend before was awesome. Sorry, Father's Day was not that awesome, but
Father's Day was it was pretty good. I mean, the weather was not like what we wanted, but you know, I always say we make the best of it, and we had some fun stuff like that. So, episode 1, welcome to the show today. It's going to be a fun-filled packed show. So, a couple things we're going to be talking about today is this challenge that I'm personally putting out for anybody that wants to accept. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. All I can say it's going to be at about an hour long for that challenge. So if you're up to it, we'll get into that into a little bit. But other than that, I heard that you had a pretty interesting weekend this
yeah, I had an awesome weekend.
What did you do?
So my boy Bimo and his gorgeous wife now just got married, and we was at the Avenir in Walpole.
Okay.
And it was just like gorgeous. It was a black tie wedding, so me and my girls got to get all fancy.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the pictures. You guys look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Where did you get your dress?
Amazon.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, simple black dress, long, open back.
My son's mother actually, we go out and it's like she would rent like a runway dress. Like,
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that before?
Yes, I have.
Oh my God, the dresses are so amazing, and they're like you could literally rent one for like $70, $50.
Yeah, and they're gorgeous
Like
ball
special
gowns.
events. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, actually, a woman I know does that all the time. She throws these like big extravagant parties, and that's
Really?
what she does. Is that runway dress?
The runway dresses.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I could have totally done that too.
Yeah.
But
Your
yeah.
dress was amazing, by the way.
Thank
So
you.
Even if you
Thank
got it off
you.
Amazon, it was still legit.
Yeah, super simple. We rocked it, all of us.
So I was like looking at your Facebook page. So I gotta ask. So was it a Tinder date originally?
So their wedding.
so,
So
yeah.
they had originally met on Tinder. So because our hashtag was a Tinder tale. That was the total focus around the wedding. Everything was, they had a backdrop because it was kind of like a Hollywood glam red carpet theme.
Cool.
And you walked in, and the backdrop to take pictures said a Tinder tale. The hashtag that they used for it, you know how everybody's using hashtags for their weddings now?
Yes.
Normally, they are the last name. Somehow they make it a cute little, But they used a Tinder tale because they totally met on Tinder.
Wow.
And
amazing.
I know.
It's cool. I
See?
mean, who
Real
says you
life.
cannot find love on the internet? That's bullshit.
And let me tell you, they love each other. Like all he saw was her silhouette outside the door, and he started to cry, and then I'm crying, and it was
At the wedding.
yes,
Oh,
at the
I
wedding.
thought that was the first date.
Not the Tinder.
Oh, okay.
At the
All
beginning of Tinder. Nope, they swiped right and it worked, I guess, right?
How many swipes did it take? Did she tell you?
No. They
Well,
actually
she just knew when she took that one.
yeah, they swiped right and they did a date. It was an instant connection. Their vows were beautiful, but they definitely talked about it being from Tinder. It was just awesome. So much
What I always
fun.
love about weddings, though, is they just have usually the brides or the best man or the best woman. They usually have these cool little speeches. I know when I went to my cousin's wedding, I'm sorry. So no. Okay, so please go
Their
elaborate.
whole wedding party did a Backstreet Boys
No.
yes dance. This
Really?
ultimate dance. So I guess I didn't know this part, but every wedding that they were in, they all came together. So his wife is actually an amazing choreographer. She's like a dancer out in Boston, and he's a DJ. How awesome.
Oh.
So every year, every wedding that they go to, they put together a Backstreet Boys skit, like just one song. So their wedding party took it upon themselves and put together all the Backstreet Boys skits, and then added a new one for them, and they did this
Really
awesome
fun,
dance. It was amazing.
It was a hit.
It was amazing.
Wow. It's amazing. I was like, that's like, I guess, the part of the weddings where you just remember those memories, and it's such a special day. And,
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really, really cool. I know that I watched a couple of really cool ones online. A couple of singing Eminem, and a couple of them just doing a dance with the father. I mean, it's just
Yes.
It's amazing how much time and effort and energy they put into it for one special day.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
And these two are awesome people, so I think everybody was really happy to come together.
Was he a DJ, studio, or?
He works at a radio station in Boston, and he also does, like, a lot of clubs, and, like, he'll do some weddings out in Boston. BMO is his name. He actually did a surprise party for me that I threw a few months ago in January.
Oh.
He was the DJ there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So Father's Day weekend.
How was your Father's Day with your boys?
Great.
What did they do for you?
You know, they make these special gifts. So my son goes to daycare. He made this like really special gift.
Those are the best.
They are, because it's, you know, it's from your kids and
straight from the heart.
It doesn't matter if it's on like a napkin. If it comes from your children,
totally.
It's so special. They spent the time to do it. But you know, he's in daycare, so they made this really cool thing where it says "I love you, Dad," and it's got this heart. And he's like, "You got my heart." And, you know, my 3-year-old, he just never seems to amaze me with his imagination. And
his
just wants to
smile.
He's very charismatic. So we actually this weekend we went out for breakfast. We had some breakfast in the morning, and then you know, one of the things that we do together is laundry on Sunday. So we do laundry together, and it's important to teach your kids to do laundry and make sure that, you know, it's just not mom that's supposed to be taking care of the laundry for you. You know, it's okay for kids to do their laundry as well too, but it also teaches them responsibility and stuff like that. So, you know, we attended mass, as you know, sometimes we do on Sundays. We try to do it every Sunday, and then we went to Freetown State Forest.
Oh, awesome!
You know what? It was fun. There was nobody there,
just
and
relax.
we got to just kind of chill out, and we had a little picnic. And
I love that.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's awesome.
Ain't no joke. So, and then we just kind of hung out for the rest of the day. We just had a really good time, you know, just bonding with your kids. And, you know, it's so important for me for Father's Day. It was like really, really special just due to the fact that I'm a single dad. I have my kids in my life, and I've been really trying to be the best dad that I could be over the past couple of years. So, you know, having that genuine time together and bonding time and just there to listen. And, you know, if you really are around your kids a lot, they'll actually tell you a lot of things. But usually we won't pay attention because we pick up these little devices. So I know that I try to put mine down. You know, it's just I've been trying to get better at it. You know, and just try to work off and stuff like that. But I
think that's so important. I think we get lost in being.
So my son actually said like one of the cutest things to me this weekend. So I'm in the car and I'm like, "All right, I love you, son." I'm not your son. I'm like, what? I know. I was like, I took it back, like, why? You know something I don't know or something?
Oh no.
And he goes, I know your son, Lennon.
Oh, I love him.
He's like, yeah. So it was like just one of those cute little things. And so we kind of like repeated it all weekend. I know your son, Lennon. You know that.
He is so cute.
Yeah, no, he's just growing up so quick. Jacoby just had his birthday.
How old is he now?
9.
Oh my
9
God.
years old, and just graduated, going into the 4th grade. Had a good year.
Yeah.
Considering the circumstances we had to go through, he's definitely a champ, and you know, he's awesome. You know, the kids are great. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Looking forward to he's having a big birthday party coming up for him and all his friends.
Woo, that's gonna be fun.
Birthday parties are fun. I mean, you get to celebrate another year and your kids growing up and how important it is. And you know, I know that I can still remember birthday parties my mom and dad had for me at a young age.
Me too.
We were, you know, just back in the 70s and 80s, guys. So, but we were knocking balloons into baskets, like just kind of fun stuff that kids. They don't.
Kids love everything like they just love being around them and showing them love. That
your little one's absolutely adorable. She's like a little diva.
She is wild. I don't even. She's just wild.
What grade is she going into now?
She's going into 1st grade. Kindergarten went really, really well. She handled it with ease. She loved her teachers. She's just great. She's just so happy all the time. So it was like really easy. I'm like really lucky. I will never have another kid because I'm afraid.
I always wanted a girl, but I ended up getting 3 boys.
Yeah, you did.
I know. I'm like, everybody says I'm lucky. Like, you had boys. You're okay. The girls are the tougher ones. Are they tougher?
I mean, right now I'm in a really good phase with her,
right?
But when I'm just nervous about those teenager years. Like you said, she's already like a diva. It's probably gonna get worse. It's probably gonna get worse. She is. I'm sure she'll be fine. Yeah, she's really polite, but she gets that. I mean, when I showed her the picture of me at the wedding, she goes. Now she is 6, mind you. She goes, OMG, you look so beautiful. So, thanks. Okay.
Wow, that's funny. And I see coming from your child when they say that, that's funny. Because my sons now, they're even like, Dad, where'd you go? You think you lost a lot of weight? I'm like, all right, I get it because
they're so honest.
But they're so honest, and it's like, and you really love the genuineness.
You want to hear honest? My daughter this morning tells me, I'm getting ready to come here, and she's like, Mommy, you have black under your eyes. So I'm thinking my makeup is running. I run to the bathroom, and I'm like, Kenzie, what are you talking about? And she's circling around my eyes. I'm like, oh, you mean my dark circles? Talk about honest.
Yeah. Got him right there, huh?
Okay, Mackenzie, time to go.
So let me ask you a question, because obviously I know that you're all the time into your daughter and stuff like that, and obviously this is our first show, so we're introducing ourselves, a little bit about what we do. How do you juggle your work schedule and with taking care of the kids? And how's the job going too, by the way?
Oh, it's great. So I work at Fun 107. I do a lot of more, so I'm an account manager, so I really help out with the campaigns, and I love analytics. We do a lot of, it's not just the radio portion, we actually do a lot of digital. So we do programmatic campaigns, the geofencing. So those really creepy ads when you walk into somewhere or you look something up online and all of a sudden the ads just keep popping up.
My phone has turned into a stalker.
Yes.
Sometimes. I get these random ads that'll pop up, and some of them are actually pretty, it depends. Some of them are creepy.
Yeah.
But then there's something that'll pop up that'll catch my attention. So a story, and then the banner will pop up.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. Totally creepy. Very, very intrusive, but I love it. That's what we do. That's really what I work on.
But that's how you grab the attention.
I mean,
of the people that you're trying to attract.
That's where everything is right now. We're always on our phones, like we just said.
Right.
We're always scrolling. How else are you supposed to reach somebody? Our radio department is awesome. We have a great radio show team.
Yeah, I mean, the whole team of 107, Matt Gazelle on numerous occasions, Michael Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
They're awesome.
They do a great job.
They do a very good job at what they do.
They truly love their community.
They do.
I can't think of any. When I think of New Bedford, I can't think of anybody more than Gazelle. Really, they just they love their community. They love the South Coast.
How long has been? Because he's been doing that a while too, right?
Yeah, he's been there on the morning show for us.
Gazelle, shout out to you this morning.
He's probably on air right now, he'll see it later. He's been there for a really long time.
So what do you think, what's your favorite part about the job?
When you have a client that really wants to get involved with their advertising, I just love to hear them. So, I love to hear what they what they're looking for, what their goals are, and then to put a campaign together. And then, so I'm really I love the analytics portion of it as well. So I'll put together.
Stats.
So I put
Numbers
together.
Have a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Numbers have a lot, guys.
And our company has these awesome dashboards where after the campaign is done or throughout the campaign, I can check in on it, optimize it if necessary.
So what do those stats kind of entail? So for the listeners that are listening right now watching the show, basically, if my understanding is these stats are based off people that have either clicked onto an ad link, they either have went to or left a comment, a post, how long they viewed the page, what other direction they went in. Is that am I in the right?
Spot on.
Okay, good.
Yep,
I did my homework.
So I get to see impressions, which is the eyeballs that people, how many people have seen the ad, how many people clicked onto the ad. We even have in some campaigns we can foot traffic.
Okay.
So
now what's foot traffic?
That is, we'll circle around, say, competitors of a certain business, and then we get to see, we'll serve those people when they go into those competitors' fences. They will now get served an ad.
An ad, okay.
So just out of, for example, maybe Stop and Shop wants to target Market Basket.
Oh,
so now you go into Market Basket.
The worst.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but I'm getting it though.
Yeah.
I'm trying
to
put myself in a position of a business to understand this a little bit as well too. So if I'm Market Basket, and I'm not saying I don't like Shaw's, Market Basket, and I'm walking in Market Basket, Shaw's is sending me.
Yep, they're sending you the ads. Now, the foot traffic portion of it is that you saw the ads, you like the prices better now at Shaw's because they knew to target you specifically with a specific price, and now you go into Shaw's.
Oh boy.
And so your phone, we use the location services on your phone, and you can shut your location off, but we'll use the 911 location services that never shut off.
Yeah, you're right.
We get you. So your phone will like send a ping.
So unless it's
and we
just
can
like
track you.
totally shut off, in which you can't really disable the 911 on your phone, so you're still getting.
So unless you're not bringing your phone with you anywhere you go, which is probably a very small portion of the population at this point. Yeah, exactly. Right. You're most likely being tracked by somebody. Somebody is tracking you.
But I've noticed that lately, that when I drive around, that I'll be at a location and something else will come up, a competitor as well too. But that's nice to know that while you're out there. But it's also such a cool and unique way to reach out a customer that may be willing to spend more money on one product, and then you can see it somewhere else. And we all know that if you can save some money, you're going to go buy it cheaper, unless the store adds a lot of value that you're going to, or you're a long-term customer as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, our marketing and advertising is obviously something that I'm very passionate about too, because I love working with people or businesses or anybody that, is trying to get themselves out there, trying to brand themselves, trying to find their way into a market to expose, to gain exposure and gain clientele at that time. Yeah. And obviously that's, one part of the equation too is obviously getting that customer that comes in or acquiring that new business. But, as a business owner, it's also a lot harder to keep that. So there's another side of the business as well too that I think is so important that, you have to really make sure that you're catering to your clients, which I'm sure you do a very professional job as well too. So now, is there any big promotions in the future coming up? Hopefully. There's definitely, it'd be cool. Yeah. It'd be fun. I'm really happy. You got to work hard every day, I think, and just really prove who you are as a person. I truly care about the businesses that I work with. It's awesome to bring them, their data and say, here's what we did. Let me hear about how it went for you on your end, right? Because as a business owner, you're so busy. You don't have time to do this. That must be like, for me, like just thinking after you give these results, because now they're right here in black and white. Yep, we have the numbers. Right here, these are the statistics that are, And now, do you find it's easier for one of your clients to look at these statistics and say, wow, these make sense, let's keep the momentum rolling? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That happens that would just make 9 out of 10 times. I mean, especially because we have so many people on the back end that are constantly checking in on a campaign. So, for instance, if it's a cross-platform campaign that airs on desktop and mobile phone, and we see that the ads are doing better on your mobile phone, which 9 out of 10 times it is, right. We're going to make sure we're serving up more ads through the mobile phones, because that's what's working best. That's where you're hitting your target audience, more of the audience. And that's in this kind of, that's a job where you really have to be fully invested and be all in. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I would definitely agree with that. So where do you see yourself in the next year with Fund 107? Oh. What's going on? Any big things coming from 107 at all? Right now we're doing really well. Right now we're in a very influencer time, I think we can say, like with marketing. Okay. So like Kim Kardashian. It's very competitive. Oh yeah. It's like it's a jungle out there. And everything is always changing, right? I mean, look at the way the advertisement. Now we're digital is a big focus for us now. It's really where people hear Fun 107 and they're like, oh, it's just radio. It's so much more. You bring up a good point, because if I heard Fun 107 and they were coming to me to help me on marketing and advertising, the first thing I would think would just be radio. Yeah. I wouldn't think of all the other possible things that they could do with a phone or even ads. I know that I personally have used 107 in the past and have had tremendous success. Yeah, you guys did a digital campaign with us too. We actually did some radio spots, and we actually had, and we'll be, I'm sure, doing business again in the future as well too. Obviously with me. Only through Taylor. But it's wanted to bring up a couple different topics. After that, I know Fund 107 is going to be rolling in a positive direction too. I just want to first give out a couple shout outs to some of our sponsors, obviously, on the show today. Taylor mentioned Fund 107. My buddy over at Dunny's having a block party on June 29th. You don't want to miss it. I've actually been to the past couple years. It's a good time. All of them. Do you know what bands are playing? Exit 5? Yes. Exit 5. I'm like pretty sure that's the one.
Pretty sure. But I know there's free hot dogs and hamburgers.
Free hot dogs and hamburgers.
Chris Donovan never ceases to disappoint.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. That's a guy that I admire a lot because if you just walked into his establishment, I mean, you could see the heart and love and
that's his
what
baby.
It is.
That's his baby.
It is, and he's put so much effort. I'm so proud of him. I mean, just
it's a beautiful bar.
It's a beautiful bar. And it's a great place to go hang out with your friends and maybe
super chill. Have a couple drinks. Yeah, it's probably my go-to spot.
Absolutely, it's usually been mine for the past couple of years. I usually don't tend to spend too much time in those places, but I'll be at the block party.
Yeah, it's always a good time, and there's it's so much more. It's not just drinking, It's like they have vendors, they have artists.
It's kind of like a summer for me. Like the block party was always like kind of like a summer coming out party.
Yeah.
For some people that maybe you haven't seen, some of your friends, usually they're there at that type of event, and usually if you didn't get a chance to catch them at the beginning of the summer, you're going to catch them at some point, but it's just a nice party to catch up and find out what's going on with everybody.
Yeah, it's a good time, for
usually
sure.
There's some vendors there as well, too.
I know that, they have the t-shirts, there's been some artists, there's been some magicians.
Snakes there. If you like snakes, there was a snake there a couple years ago.
Oh, I missed that one. I must have been working. Sometimes I work them.
There was, they've actually had a snake there a couple of years. I mean, big, long, it was probably like a python. They're this long, huge.
Okay. I'm glad I missed that one.
I'm not afraid of snakes myself. So, the next part of the show that we're going to start off was basically something that I've started. It's the All In podcast where we'll be having guests on a show, anybody with marketing, advertising, sales, entrepreneurs, anybody that's just doing something really, really well. I want to bring you on the show. I want to know what it takes to get to where you got to go, and we want to know on how we can help other listeners also to share some of these secrets. So, Taylor, real quick before we get into my portion of what I want to talk about, tell everybody how everybody can reach you. If they wanted to get any type of questions asked, marketing, advertising.
Well, you can definitely reach me on Facebook, Taylor Sardina. LinkedIn, same thing. Instagram. I'm pretty much on all the platforms. Feel free to reach out, message me, friend request me.
Hit her up.
I'm around all the time.
And I'll tell you what, I know that I've reached out to you personally on a couple of things, just some questions and immediate response, so professional, and she'll actually bring you everything that you need to get on it as well too. So, which brings me up to the top of our show today. If you've seen it, it's in the hashtag. It's hashtag bowl. It's something that I developed, and this is actually kind of a cool story.
So we're not going bowling?
No, we're not going bowling.
Well, I was confused this morning.
I know. I was like bowling shoes.
You're like bowl. I'm like, all right, yes.
I thought we were doing a podcast.
Watch out, I was a first grade champ.
So Father's Day.
Okay.
Father's Day, as you all know, I've been obviously staying very, very true to things that have been working for me, really going all in my life. And definitely over the past year, I can see a huge transformation. I'm sure of other people have seen it too, where, now I'm literally out on my walks every day, and I'm, kind of going live on Facebook. And I want people to realize that, like, in order to take any step that you want in life or anything that you feel passionate about, you have to go all in. And for me, I was at a point 2 years ago where I weighed a lot. I came out of a messy relationship. I had my kids involved, and I needed to do something different for myself because, we've all been to the point where we've been in some relationships or had some things, and they knock us down. They kick our ass, right? And I know our ass got kicked. I
think we've all been there.
We have. But it's not how hard you get kicked, it's how many times you get back up and keep going. So for me, losing weight and becoming more healthy and knowing that I have such a responsibility for my children alone that I need to get out there on my grind. So I've been just obviously working out and, every day staying true to the walk every day and making sure that if anybody ever wants to go for a walk too, please just send me a message. It's 15 minutes, it's a good conversation. At least you got out and took that first step. But the 15 minutes turns into 20, they turn into a half hour, they turn into an hour. And the momentum keeps going and going. So after Father's Day, I'm kind of going reflecting my day. I get a little bit of time to go for my walk and reflect. And there was a place where my grandfather, who I consider very close, and also like my dad, used to take me to the bowling alley when I was a kid. You ever been bowling?
Yes, lots of times.
Okay, so we used to go every Saturday. Every Saturday, it was like the most funnest things to do because our grandfather bowled. We all looked up to him.
It was like your thing.
It was like our thing. You know what I mean? Like, so we would like we all had our balls and we polished them up.
Yeah.
And, making sure they were all ready to go bowling because at a young age we didn't realize, we just thought we were cool.
Yeah.
We had a little bowling bag. We literally took us there every Saturday for years. And then, he was retired. He took all of his grandchildren in the car. So as I'm going for my walk, the other day I'm walking. It's on Sunday, and I'm going right around the monument. And as I
love that.
look across, what do I see? I see Somerset bowling alleys. And I was like thinking, I was just sitting there in deep thought, and I was like thinking of how much he meant to me, and the things that he really taught me, the values. And like one thing I could say that he always offered me was, whatever you do, just be, if you're happy, that's all that matters. And he's like, and he was probably one of the people that really just stuck by a lot of my decisions, even though that he probably didn't agree with them, but he knew that I was following my passion.
Yep.
And when everybody was like, no, don't do that, stick to your 9-to-5 job. And I was like, no. He was always in my corner for that. So something had reached out to me when I was looking out there on Saturday. And I was like looking at the word bowl, and I was thinking to myself, what are you saying to me? And I just thing that just came to my mind was like, it was bringing out winning living. It was just bringing out winning living. And one of the things he always taught me how to do was to be a winner. And he's like, I know we always heard the story, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
Right? Rick
Yes.
Bobby, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
But it was just something that really just grasped me over a couple of days, and I'm like bringing out winning living. And it's really just kind of tied into everything that I've been doing in my life. I'm like, because I brought out the best of the winning living in my life, and now I can see more and more each day how my business hasn't turned into making money, because we're always going to survive and and live. We want to be successful, but you have to help others and bring out the winning living in themselves sometimes. And being a good leader is not necessarily somebody that can lead you, can take you to places that you don't think that you can go right off the bat as well too. So I really was in deep thought, about that. But it just brings me to the point of, the things that I'm doing and on things that we could all do better in life, and and to go all in. And that's the part of our show. The people that are going to be coming on the show are radically committed to change and radically want to get their lives moving in the right direction, and have gone all in, and basically burned their boat, and they're coming back in your boat, and they're not coming back until they win. And that's always been me. I'm gonna come back until I win. Like, you can knock me down, you can keep knocking me down, but I'm gonna get up. And then once
that's what it's about.
That's what it is about. And I mean, for the people that are out there, if you've been knocked down, listen, live the testament. Like, it just gets better. You just got to take the first step and get rolling in the right direction on a day-to-day basis as well too. So.
100%.
Are you a big book reader?
Yeah.
Are you?
I wish I had a little bit more time to read, a little bit more. A friend of mine is actually doing a goal. Her goal right now is to read 10 books for the whole summer. And she's like hitting the ground running.
So I actually started on my first book of the year.
Ooh, which one is this?
So this is called The Leader Who Had No Title, on chapter 4. It's a great book.
So far, what is it? What are you pulling out of it?
What do I pull out of it? I mean, a lot of good stuff. So, and it ties in a little bit about what I have going on in my life. Starting my own business back up. I'm helping out my business partner, my very, very good friend that, who I, in the company I work with is just amazing.
They are awesome guys.
They've just been so supportive, and they understand the talent and the skills that I have, and I'm happy that they want me to be back and be a special part of it. And I'm just truly honored. Thank you to all my business partners as well too. But I'm walking into an office, we all got different lives. So, just being an impact in an office with young adults, and necessarily a lot of them don't know who I am. They know who I am. They've heard me. They heard all the good things that I've done in that, in my area of my skill, which is, door to door for anybody that's no secret. We don't sugarcoat it. It's what we do. That's how I got my start 20 years ago, selling magazine subscriptions. Door to door, I loved it. Traveled around the world. Well, the United States.
Well, you're so personable, so it's You love to just talk, well, sometimes, just kidding.
No.
Well, you just love to have quality conversations with different people.
Because what? You want to learn.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the only way you're going to do it.
It's the only way you're going to learn, and networking and reaching out to people. And for me, it's always like, who can I reach out to? Who can I work with? How can we do something together that can be both beneficial for both of us?
Yeah.
And sometimes for me, it's not even necessarily anything with monetary value. Sometimes it's just doing something to collaborate for the better of something. You know what I mean? I always found that working together as a unit can always accomplish so much more together.
Well, I think it's not just about making your wallet happy. You have to make your heart happy and your mind happy. And that's
keyword, the heart happy.
It's going to be the people that you keep around you. We just kind of had this conversation previously, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's so many sharp people here to work with. It's kind of hard to decipher of like who you can work with, who you cannot work with, and like we already know, there's a bunch of political people. If I like you, I like you. I'm going to work with you. I don't care if anybody else does it. I like you, and that's really all that matters. But what I really got out of the book is basically it's about this hero that basically fought in the war. His dad and mom has passed on, and his life has come to a complete stop. He doesn't find any purpose or anything going on in life, and he's basically settled for dead-end jobs where he meets this basically his guru. And the guru has had a relationship, he was good friends with his dad in the past. And he's explaining to him that there's so much more to life and so much more to, what's going on at the end of the day, that he wants to show him to lead, opposed to be making any money or any monetary value or anything like that as well, too. So he basically gets, I'm at the point in the book I just started, I believe, chapter 4. Yeah. But we are also getting to a point where he's at a grave with them, and he's explaining them the two different scenarios. You have one scenario where you die a life of you don't have any of your dreams. They're all leaning over you in that grave, and there's actually 10 titles. Actually, I don't even mind pulling it up real quick, but it's basically 10 things that you don't want to do. Which we should already all know that anyway. Some of us, we learn the hard way. And it's basically just talking about LWT, and the motto is lead without a title. So not necessarily having, although everybody has like an inner leader in them. So to come to greatness, to have people work around you. So it's actually called the 10 Human Regrets. So you reach your last day with the brilliant song of your life, which meant to sing still silent within you. Number 2, you reach your last day without ever having experienced the natural power that inhibits you to do great work and achieve great things. You reach your last day realizing that you never inspired anyone but the example that you set. You reach your last day full of pain at the realization you never took any bold risks, so you never received any bright rewards. You reach your last day understanding you missed the opportunity to catch a glimpse of mastery because you brought into the lie that had resigned your mediocrity. You reach your last day and feel heartbroken that you never learned the skill of transforming adversity into victory that led into gold. You reach your last day regretting that you forget the work is about being radically helpful to others rather than being helpful only to yourself. You reach your last day with the awareness that you ended up living the life of society trained you to want to versus leading the life that you truly wanted to have. You reach your last day awakened to the fact that you never realized your absolute best nor touch the special genius that you were built to become. You reach your last day and discover you could have been a leader and left this world so much better the way you found it, but you refused to accept the mission because you were just too scared, and so you failed and wasted your life.
Oh my God, give me chills.
So now this is like, so they're at a grave. I mean, it's a really interesting book. They're at a grave, and then there's another side of the grave, which is the 10, we'll get into that maybe on the next show. But it's basically, there are 2 tablets, and the tablets basically have those 10 principles on it of, things of life, and the other one has 10 positive things, and what you get when you put into that part of life. And for the part, he's actually at the point now where he's excited to go on this mission and meet all these people that have taught the LWT, which is the leading without a title, down to others, and now he's getting ready to meet these people.
Oh, this sounds awesome.
It's a truly remarkable book. And it's something that's, again, I'm like not reading this every day, guys. I mean, I pick it up in the morning before I usually start my day. You know, try to read a chapter. I've actually just been starting over the past week or two and just finding my time to put in the book. But my goal is to have the book finished by at least the end of the month. And if I could read one book for the rest of the year, I think I did okay. I'm going to try to do more because I heard that for every book that you read, adds $50,000 to your income a year.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that.
The more you earn. So, what do you got going on this week?
Just working, doing some kid things.
Now, is your daughter still doing the cheerleading?
We start cheerleading back in end of July. I coach that actually.
And
I don't
Falcons,
know.
Right?
Yes, Fall River Falcons.
So we have a new football team in Fall River, right?
I heard about that. I did hear about that. That's not about with the Falcons.
The Titans?
Troy City Titans.
Troy City Titans.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all for this. I love youth football. I know there's a lot of issues with that, but
what, football?
You know what was happening with youth football? They were trying to kind of take it away.
No, tell me about it.
Yeah, because of the tackle issue.
We're not getting sissy again, are we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why?
There's some state senators trying to pull it away, and I'm very much against that.
Right.
This is
so they're trying to pull basically the tackling aspect of the game out, or
yes, which would just pretty much like so. Falcons is just it's a tackle sport. That's how they play the football. That's how football is.
Now let me ask you a question. You watch football, right? We're worried about tackling. No, you don't.
But she's got a butt.
But I'm a supporter.
Yes.
You are a supporter.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question though. The guys, so you don't watch it at all, but you kind of know like
we actually did the theme song for the Tracy.
I know.
Oh, really?
So we support them. We support football, but I don't really watch it. I'm more of a music person.
With that soft voice.
Would you watch any sports in the past? You know what a good game is?
I could sell one, but
you know what a good game is?
Oh yeah, I love football.
So the good game is hey, good job, you spat on me. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
But we can't tackle.
But we can't tackle one another.
And
I mean, especially Falcons take great measures to make sure the kids helmets are up to date, like very strict on the safety rules. As a coach and gone to almost all the games the past few years, very few kids do get seriously hurt because we do take those measures to make sure it's okay. And a lot of these kids, this is their family, you know? They look forward to coming to practice every day. Take that away from those kids.
Camaraderie sport. I mean, you can't take... there was a saying my grandfather used to say. It was like, keep the kids in sports and you keep them out of courts.
Yes.
And it's the truth.
Yes.
It's the truth. Like, I mean, you got to have stuff for these kids to do. And if we're getting so soft on it where they can't even tackle, I mean, that's the fun part of the game. Like, I don't think anybody wants to see anybody get hurt.
No.
In sports, but I mean, the point is to be aggressive.
And you can get hurt doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, I was walking the other day and almost tripped and fell when I was on Facebook Live. You know what I mean? So yeah, it can happen, right? I didn't even have a football in my hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so this is I'm excited though. I have a really, really, really strong week ahead of me. So,
what are you doing this week? What are you up to, Swag?
I've been up to a lot of crazy things. So, you know, as you well know, I was just had surgery.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were in there for a while.
It was a pretty embarrassing situation, to say the least, as well too. You ever had a hernia? No, you probably haven't.
No.
So,
I had a hiatal hernia.
I had one here.
Yep.
And then I had one in my testicle.
I don't think I have that issue.
No, it's bad. So like it was like literally it got to the point where it was like the size of a baseball at one time, and it was so painful. But so I went to the hospital, obviously got those hernias taken care of, and then basically I was in the hospital and just came to the realization that it was been long enough, and to do what I want to do and be passionate and live my life to the fullest every day, I gave up, you know, something that was relatively a pretty easy job for me and what I was doing, and I loved the people I worked with.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't see myself getting to where I wanted to go and living my life to the best of my ability, and to give my kids, to show them that, like, you know, there's more to life as well too. So I got back into obviously marketing and advertising with the company I was working with, looking to build my company back up. And we have some amazing, when I say amazing, we actually have a new product, something that we're working with right now, which I'm so passionate about, that it could possibly help save the lives of future generations.
For sure.
I mean,
it's
totally crazy, and I'm just blessed to be part of the team, and we're looking to put that together right now. So we've been actively looking for people to work with us. We're looking for a job. You can inbox me. We have jobs anywhere from $50 to $20 an hour. And we have jobs that even pay up to $45 to $135 an hour. If you're interested, give me a call. And we'll welcome you to the team with open arms as well, too. So other than that, we've just been on a full blitz, out in the field every day, training with our guys, working with them.
You guys got a big team. When I was in there last week, there was a lot of guys in there.
There's a lot, yeah. And the funny part is...
And girls.
And girls. There's some girls in there, too. And to be honest with you, the girls are actually the ones that did the best last week.
I mean...
Go figure, right? I know. Guys got to get on their game and step it up. And I would say that the women in sales, though, generally do very well for themselves, to be perfectly honest with you. I know I've had young women that I've worked with in the area field that I have, and a good friend of mine, Megan, she lives up in Maine. She just had a baby, but she had her own little team of
good for her.
marketers. She had her own, and she was making like $5,000 a week.
Get it, girl.
Get it? Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is for like a good 29, 30-year-old woman, single mom.
Yeah.
I mean, and the hours fit perfect for her, so it's like the hours are flexible. And the one thing about, and I'm not opposed to anybody that goes to a 9-to-5 job and gets paid an hourly rate, that's fine. That's something I've chosen not to do my entire life. I just feel like
everybody's different.
My value is worth a lot more, and my time's a lot worth more to myself. So I've always seek the jobs that pay the most, based off talents and skills. And skills pay the bills for sure, right? So I'm excited to have you on the show.
I'm excited to be here. This is a blast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. We actually have some guests coming up in a couple weeks. We'll be giving you guys some information on who's going to be coming on to the show. I got to give some special shout outs though to some guys that I do business with and also do life with as well too. I want to thank the guys over at Branco and Gardner Insurance, always taking care of me and my family, making sure that we're safe on the road. So if you're looking for insurance, you want to go down and see them.
Now where are they located?
Rhode Island Avenue,
Okay.
Right across from, I think it's the Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Go in and see Adam. Adam's the best. I've never met, because I've been in the automobile industry.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would have customers that would be first-time drivers. And you know how expensive it is for first-time drivers to get...
It's a whole new...
How can you even drive with insurance these days? I was actually talking with him the other day, and a girl was paying like $5,000 for her insurance because she was a new driver.
And she's got what, a part-time job?
She has
probably.
a part-time job, and
you're in school.
And she's probably still in school.
How
can you afford that? Well, that's where Adam comes into play. And Adam is willing. He has an amazing plans with different partners that he works with, where he can actually get those rates down and actually help out his customers as well too. So if you're looking for a car as well, I'm going to recommend you to go see my guys down at Prestige Auto Mart, Jeff, Manny, all the guys down there, regardless of any credit issues. They're to help you out. If you need any help and assistance trying to get in touch with them, you can reach me directly, and I'll put you in touch with the right guys over there. There's no better place to buy a car, Prestige Auto Mart. Have you been there?
Well, I know Jeff and Manny very well. They're in Fun 107 all the time.
Oh, so you do know those guys.
Yes.
So the number one thing that I got from working at Prestige Auto Mart, I loved it. I'm here to see Jeff. Oh, I'm right here.
Oh,
I'm right here. Come on in, down my neck.
You got Jeff.
Yeah, and I'm not looking for you. I'm
not
looking for
Jeff.
the other Jeff.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll go get it. But most of the time, those guys are amazing. Those guys know how to market. They started, and the story's incredible with those guys too. They started out with, 5, 7, 8 cars on a little car lot in Westport, and have 3 locations.
Yeah, they do. They do have 3 locations.
They had over 700 plus cars this winter, and they give a lot back to the community. And I wouldn't be sitting in the seat without giving them the accolades that they deserve. And I appreciate, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you guys have done for me. And I'm sad to leave so many good people, but excited to be on this new journey. And you guys always have my special love, support, and any business that I can recommend and send your way as well, too. Anybody looking for a car, go see them. So what's the weather going to be like the rest of the day today?
I think it's this. I think it's like this for the next couple days. Oh no. Are you going to go to the gym? Do you go to the gym instead if you can't hit the... You guys go to the boardwalk, right?
So it's funny too, because like people are like, what's the secret?
Yeah, you really. I mean, like I drove by you this morning,
secret.
and I was like, Swags, I don't even recognize you anymore.
It's such a good feeling to hear that, and honestly, it makes you just want to even go harder now because like I'm like seeing the results, want to see more and more.
Yeah,
and
you
more.
get addicted to the results. I think.
Yeah, I'm totally addicted to the results, and it doesn't matter what the weather is like. I was out in the rain on Sunday. I think I did one of my toughest 2.5 hours.
Because you guys went to the park, right?
Well, so after the park, I actually just dropped the kids back off at home, and my mom watched them for a little bit, so I just needed just an hour to get to myself, give me my time.
Always.
And it's important. Parents, I know we don't get a lot of time.
You needed that time.
My mom and dad have been great. Thank you guys very much for all the support they give me with my children as well, too. But yeah, just to get away for a little bit, to go for that walk, to, me and a single father, you don't get that much time. I pick them up on a day-to-day basis. I love it. And the phone is ringing. They're trying to get in touch with me. But we're still doing this show. We're about to end it anyway. I had a great first show, I thought.
I had a great first show, too.
What do you think? Was that right?
Awesome.
What do you think?
Was awesome.
Good?
Dope. Good. We got the approval from our friends. And I'll tell you what, before I go today, I got to give that best shout out to my friend Eric over here, Eric B. Media Studios.
Yeah, this place is awesome, first of all.
Are you kidding me?
And awesome staff.
I mean, I've only been, I've known Eric for a while, and Eric's just such an amazing friend that we've never, ever done anything that involved money between one another. We've always helped each other out.
Yeah.
And that's something I really like about Eric. Eric's always
That's
always wants to help people, put them in the right direction. And I think everything he's doing here is just absolutely amazing. He has an amazing team behind him. I mean, there's some talent in here, and I mean, there's nothing better than to be around great people with sharing the same passion, goals, and dreams. And I'm excited to be just part of their team and to be in their presence more than anything.
Same.
Thanks. It was great to just be in this room with you guys.
But definitely, if you guys shot, we gotta get going because I got my work day and Taylor's got a lot of people and
I gotta get up
clients
there.
to visit. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday, 9 a.m. But in the meanwhile, check out some of the shows. We got the Mean Gene show. We had Jeff Leary on the other day. Were you guys here with Jeff?
I saw that. I did see that.
Were you guys here with Jeff the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. And then we got obviously the Take-O podcast. Check that out. Real Loud Radio, Cash It In, Aaron All Nighter. Definitely check out some of these shows, streaming live on Eric B. Media. That's it for today. We want you guys to just remember that today's a new day. Go all in, give it all you got, and have a good day. Good day, and God bless. We'll see you next week. All in.